just hit 10,000 followers on Instagram. Hey fam, and welcome to another episode of the Daily Wanderlust Wealth Show. If you've been following me on Instagram, you know that I've been posting on Instagram every day for the last year. Actually, originally I just had a 30-day challenge, but then I actually just enjoyed the process. And I know, it's Instagram. Who freaking cares about the follower count? It's social media, whatever, right? But it's actually so much more than that, and I'm gonna tell you exactly why. So the actual follower number, like the 10,000 number, literally doesn't matter. Couldn't care less. If you've grown a social media account, you know, or if you've hit like any goal at all, you know that when you hit that goal, like especially if it's just a numerical goal, it's like, okay, cool, what's next, right? Same thing with reaching 10,000 followers on Instagram. Has reaching that exact number changed my life? No, it has not in any way, shape, or form. But there are some key things about getting to that 10,000 number that have changed my life. The first one being is the fact that there are that many people on Instagram who wanted to follow me and who resonate with my message is freaking huge, okay? Like, I think back to when I was in my corporate job and even when I was in school, and I just felt like I wasn't supposed to be there. I knew in my core that engineering wasn't for me, and I was just doing this career, this job to make money, and like literally there was nothing else behind it in terms of why I wanted to be there. But no one else around me really felt as strongly as I did. So even when I was investing in real estate or when I wanted to quit my job, I felt like a crazy person, right? Because everyone else is just like totally fine in their careers and their job, and they're pretty happy to work there for the next 30-40 years, retire from there, everything's great. And that was just not me, and I felt so alone. I literally felt crazy. I was like, why can't I just be like everyone else and be happy with this stable, secure job that I have that is paying all the bills? I live a just fine life. Why can't I be happy, right? But there was something so much deeper inside me that was like, no, this is not your path, okay? This is not for you. And so the fact that there are that many people on Instagram or just in the universe, right, that feel that exact same way, and I can either provide them with some support or inspiration to help them get out of that situation, just like that alone is worth it, okay? Literally, that factor alone is why it's so exciting to hit that 10,000 follower count, right? There are other people out there just like you, and it's like growing your community and growing your tribe. One of the biggest struggles that we all have in life is just finding your community. And with Instagram, that's one of those ways where you can actually find your community, which is incredible. So that's like positive thing number one. Another really great thing about reaching that number is that it's taught me a lot about honing in on your message and really figuring out what kind of people I want to attract. Instead of just throwing like anything out there, over the last year of posting literally almost every single day, I've started to get very, very clear about what kind of people I want to attract, right? Into my tribe, into my community. Just get crystal clear on who I want to inspire. And that's not going to be for everyone. Even though I think that my messaging is relatively like positive and content, I still get hate comments here and there. And that's totally fine. Like literally, my style of doing things is not for everyone. My messaging is not for everyone. And I think that honestly, the more crystal clear you get on who you're trying to serve, the more hate messages you're gonna get, because there are just gonna be people who do not agree with you, and that's okay. Hitting that 10,000 follower mark also helps just build resilience. Like if you stick it out and you get to that number, anyone else who has gotten there knows that suddenly you are open to all of the criticism in the world in terms of the way that you're living your life, in terms of the things that you're doing, which before, you know, unless it was like your family or your friends, no one really cared or criticized your life, right? And suddenly everyone thinks they know you and what's best for you. But what that has done is that's made me just even more confident in who I am, in my messaging, and knowing that I'm my own person, just like you're your own person, and everyone is allowed to have their own thoughts, ideas, decisions, whatever it may be. And so the last really exciting thing about hitting that 10,000 follower mark is I just know that there's so much more to come from it. It's really not about growing your follower amount. It's about the opportunities that can open up and the people who you may be able to interact with and the people you may be able to affect and inspire. And like, I've already had people reach out to me and be like, I'm so glad I found you. This is, made me super excited and really serious about real estate investing. And I just put an offer in on my first property. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Like, that brings me so much joy. And if I can do that on a bigger and bigger and bigger scale, that's what happiness is, right? And so, yeah, this is so fun. Because I feel like before I've tried to like grow my follower account, but I had no real reason for doing it. Like, it was just like, I don't know, could be fun. Like, maybe I want to be famous. But I feel like this last year, I found more of my reason behind why and who I want to impact. And yeah, just a happy moment. It's so funny because I'm sure I'll look back in 5 years or 10 years and be like, oh, little baby Liv hitting 10,000 followers. And as you know, I end every episode of the Wanderlust Wealth Show with daily gratitude, because daily gratitude changes your attitude. And for today, I'm honestly just so thankful that I stuck it out on Instagram. I could have quit so many times, but I actually enjoy posting on there. Me posting on Instagram, I've been doing that for years. If you look, I have over 2,000 posts on Instagram, because even when I was just in college and in grad school, I just like to post about what's going on in my life. I like to post inspirational things. I've been doing that literally forever, and I've been documenting my life and my friends' lives and everyone around me's life for years. So it's like the fact that I can marry my joy of documenting my life and everyone else's life and inspiring others with my business is incredible, right? Okay. And don't forget, y'all, life is just way too short to choose clouds.